up, everyone? Welcome back to Feed Your Machine. I'm Rachel, a registered dietitian, and we are going to switch it up for this video. Instead of making food, trying food, we're going to be talking about 5 common nutrition misconceptions that are still circulating in society today, despite there being research out there that proves them wrong. But many people that like to talk about, how we should treat our bodies, what we should eat, tend to blow information up without doing research or thinking about how it applies to them without realizing that everyone's different. So with that being said, I hope you find this video informative, and if you have any questions or you want to share any of the nutrition myths that you have found along the way to be false, share them below in the comment section. Let's get started. Wait, really important. Do you like my little Christmas tree? I'm very, very proud of it, so please compliment me. Thank you. Nutrition misconception number 1. Your diet consists of just what you eat in a day. False. False, false, false. Your diet is everything that you consume on a daily basis, not just food. So what you watch on social media, on TV, what you read, what you listen to, who you hang out with, your relationships, your stress levels, the activity that you engage in. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Our diet, what we consume, is just so much more than food. But the culture that we live in, diet culture specifically, makes it very easy to pick one thing and be like, no, I'm gonna demonize this, I'm not gonna eat this, this is really damaging my health, this is a barrier to get to my health goals. No. Honestly, many of the conversations that I have with clients, they start with wanting to change something about their diet, but we end up talking about their lifestyle, or maybe the hectic school or work schedule that they have, or a challenging relationship that they have with a friend at the moment. All of these other things that are weighing down on them and that go hand in hand with nutrition. So if you're not able to do it concurrently at the same time, making those lifestyle changes and changing food if needed, then we definitely need to handle our mental well-being first. Nutrition misconception number 2. Coffee dehydrates you. Oh my God. Why do I get a headache all the time? Blah, 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 blah. False. For all my coffee lovers out there, it does not dehydrate you. Caffeine, in fact, let's focus on that. Caffeine, any caffeine beverage, does not dehydrate you. And I know you might be like, well, Rachel, I drink 2 cups of coffee and I get a headache, and then I need water, right? Well, that's what we think we need, but that's actually probably a reaction to your caffeine sensitivity. You might be sensitive to the level of caffeine that you're having. So there's a lot of information about caffeine and coffee out there, but for regular coffee drinkers, okay, say you have 1 cup a day, that's your normal routine. Whatever your normal routine is, that fluid contributes to your overall fluid intake and your daily fluid needs. You do not have to be stressed about being dehydrated. Now, I'm not saying replace all of the fluids and beverages that you drink with coffee. That's just silly. And someone probably wanted to comment that here on this video. That's not what I'm saying to do, because if you did that, that would be silly. That's a lot of caffeine, right? What I'm saying is, don't stress about it. Enjoy your cup of coffee, whether you add cream into it or not. It's all going to contribute to the fluid intake. If you were to not be a coffee drinker and you suddenly have 3 or 4 cups of coffee, you will experience increased urination, which is associated with a diuretic effect, right? That is a diuretic when you have increased urination, or increased fluid loss. So that may happen, but caffeine does not have that effect for those who regularly drink coffee. Cheers. Number 3. heard this all the time growing up. I still hear it, and to some people it rings true. For me personally, I love breakfast. I love the meal itself, right? But there is no scientific evidence that says that you need breakfast to achieve your health goals, or that by eating breakfast, you will be healthier. Nope, not true. So if you're not a breakfast person, it's all good. But PSA, coffee does not equal breakfast. So if you are hungry, if your body is showing signs of hunger in the morning, which there are several, not just your stomach growling, then eat something. But it doesn't necessarily have to be at breakfast time or has to be titled breakfast. Number 4, this one is gonna hit hard for some people. I just had a client the other day and we had this conversation about red wine and heart health. The misconception is that by drinking a glass of wine each day, you're going to improve your heart health and decrease your risk for heart attack and stroke. That's the biggest myth ever. That is the biggest marketing scam in the history of marketing scams. And I can see why it's easy to believe, right? Wine is made from grapes. Grapes have antioxidants and all these different fun things that can benefit our health. But the fact of the matter is, these studies that have been done, they're skewed. There are a lot of confounding variables that these scientists are not taking into account, right? They are relying on individuals to report their alcohol consumption over a period of time, and then they are correlating it with disease and health outcomes long term. What we're missing in that is seeing, there are individuals that abstain from drinking alcohol for several reasons. Maybe they have diabetes, maybe they take certain medications, maybe there is a history of heart disease and stroke in their family. And so they abstain from drinking alcohol. And then maybe you have other people who have never been exposed to that risk. Maybe it's not in their family history, maybe they've never kind of seen or experienced that thing. And so they relax each night with a glass of wine on the couch. Well, when you put those two groups together and don't account for any of those confounding variables, then of course it's going to say, yeah, a glass of alcohol per day, glass of wine per day, you're going to improve your health outcomes, your heart health over time. That's not true. Those people just might have been at less of a risk for heart disease, stroke, and heart attack to begin with. So, I'm not saying don't drink wine. If you love wine, enjoy it, but drink it because you enjoy it, not because you think that you are doing something healthy for your body. Number 5, sugar. Honey, agave, maple syrup, all of those fun, fancy sugars are so much healthier for us than white table sugar. Not true. They're fun to think that they are, but the fact of the matter is our body processes all of them the same way. They're all sugar. The only minor difference is something like honey is probably going to have a little bit more minerals or more of a nutrient profile compared to the white table sugar, which does not really give our body anything other than the simple carbohydrate. So you can still add them to your beverages, add them to your yogurt, enjoy them however you want, but realize that your body